Locals call me Poppy, suck my dick and say I'm cocky. Way I cook, you think I'm Aki. I'm out in DR counting pesos with my primo. Muy bien. Kilo K to all my homies, me and amigos. I'm out in Perry buying clothes, hell I be to all my enemies. A little shorty, shot a pose. She said, KT, please remember. But it's okay, cause in my city, we call your type of little freak. Back in Texas, sipping slow, what's in my cup, this ain't no Hennessy. Overseas, we go again. I took a flight out there to Singapore. And niggas mad cause I'm not home, but I ain't doing single. What's going on, man?
Yeah, my boy. What's up, bro?
Ain't shit going on, man. We in the motherfucking cave right now, man.
K-Roll, man. KT, Kaiser, whatever you want to call it.
You want to call it KT, Kaiser, K-Roll.
Man, welcome back to the Abundant Behavior Podcast. I'm your host, Ollie Banks. Today, I definitely got one of my brothers in the building. Very special guest, man. You know, this well overdue, man. Shake you with the formal handshake.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for sure, man. So, I don't want to take up too much time. I'm gonna let you take the floor, man. Tell them who you are, where you from, man.
Hey, man, like we said before, it's KT, Kaiser, K-Roll, however you want to call it. Can we cuss on here?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, the fuck you want to call it, man. Dallas, Texas, born and raised. Went to the Navy, met my bro. And now I'm out here stuck in Virginia until I go back, man. That's all it is right now.
For sure, bro.
Making this music and making waves, man.
Making waves. That jacket tough too, my
Appreciate
boy.
you, my bro.
So tell the people, man, where you from and talk a little bit about your upbringing, man.
All right, where I'm from, upbringing, like I said, Texas, Dallas, Texas. Upbringing was all right. We want to get deep about it until I was 5, until my pops passed away, unfortunately. Everything kind of went downhill, but I'm grateful for it because it made me into the man I am today. So, yeah, man. Everything was cool till I was 5. Pops passed away. Mom was kind of like, you know, she was in her phase of trying to get stuff together after he died. So it made a lot of new routes for me and my siblings growing up. It was kind of hard. CPS, me and my bro went to CPS for a little bit.
What was that like? What was that like, bro?
it was definitely different. It's not like the stuff you see on TV where the kids go CPS and they, you know, okay, some kids some stuff, bad stuff do be happening to them. No, like no
but
funny.
You didn't have that.
I didn't have that
experience.
It was all right. I met a lot of different people. Like I said, I feel like my social abilities kind of grew doing stuff like that because I was out the house and I was around people I did not know.
For sure.
Right. So we got out of that. My granny, what's the word? She took us in. I grew up with my granny and my mom. My mom was out there doing her thug. But other than that, man, it's like...
Yeah, this is just regular, man, just regular life.
Regular life, man. Everybody got their hardships they go through.
Everybody go through it, man. So what was the most challenging thing that you could look back and be like, man, I'm glad I got through that. I ain't see an ending of that. What was like one of those things?
So, you know, growing up after the whole situation, we was moving back and forth different places, different cities. So I've been I went through... I could probably say that I probably went through every school in my district.
Oh man!
In Dallas, middle schools, high schools. Went to 3 different high schools. Moved to different cities: Houston, Paris, Texas. Went to schools out there. The most challenging thing for me was like having that home base where I could like grow and people like either know me or I could feel comfortable with the people around me. So that's the only thing. To this day, I never really truly feel comfortable with people around me because it's like, am I gonna be here forever? Y'all gonna be here forever?
Right, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So.
For sure. So just moving around, it kind of gave you that like
type
like you don't keep people around you too much because you was used to just moving around.
Facts.
And I know like moving from multiple high schools had to be stressful because you trying to meet people, get to know people. You 17, no prom, you just moving.
I didn't go to no prom. I didn't walk no stage, but I'm proud to say that I didn't do none of that stuff. But I graduated at 16. I graduated early. So that was cool. I got to spend my little teenage years outside of school and doing my thing. You know what I'm saying?
So when did the music come into play?
Music came in very early. I have an uncle, Anthony. He had a studio when I was growing up. I met him when I was like probably 7, 8. He had a big studio in his bedroom. My mom, she actually started that journey for me because she did like a lot of poetry. And she recorded poetry. She actually has poetry on YouTube right now.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so she definitely influenced my whole thing. She got me in the studio.
Artistry, for sure.
For sure. She got me into the studio. I made my first song when I was like, probably like 16. Probably when I got out of high school, I went back and recorded with my Uncle Ant. Made my first song, had burned it on the CD, lost that. I don't even remember what the song was about. But
That's
that was
hard.
my first song ever recorded when I was like 16 years old.
That's dope.
Yeah, so it started pretty early.
So at that point, was you writing?
Yeah, I was writing heavy. I had a whole journal and everything.
Sure,
I was writing. I didn't start freestyling until like.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of people don't know, man. A lot of your music is like off the top. Ain't nobody ever seen you work. This man produce. That man can rap.
All of it.
Beats, everything, man. Sit there and punch in and do a whole song in like 10 minutes.
For sure. He's seen it firsthand. We've been here working.
Yeah, that song crazy, man. You thought that song was going to be a throwaway, and that song was actually good. Sat there and made that song in like 10 minutes.
I kind of feel like that's what every artist, you know, they record so much and they hear it over and over again, and it's like, oh, that shit going to be trash and put it away. But message to all the artists that do that, remember, there's people that haven't heard your music before, so make sure that you still push the stuff you think is trash because somebody can pick that up and be like, oh, that's a hit, even though you think it's shit.
For sure. So who's some people you listened to growing up? Like, what was your inspiration? You being in Dallas, man, that's a whole wave of artists.
Not even, bro. To be honest with you, I don't even like Dallas artists.
Because I ain't gonna lie, your style don't sound too much like you sound like you got the country grammar, but you don't sound Dallas at all.
At all, bro. I kind of stray away from it because, and it sucks to say, but I can't even really name a lot of Dallas artists other than old school artists. But like growing up with like Mo3, Yellow Beezy, and all of them, I really don't trade that type of music because I don't like that singing stuff. Like, it's cool, but I never really felt
that down there. Yeah,
that singing. Yeah. But there's a lot of underground artists now, and there's a lot of actual artists that sound like what I would listen to, but they're not noticed right now. But it's whatever. Yeah.
So who did you listen to? Like
growing up?
Yeah.
A lot of Kanye West. That's my favorite.
Really?
Yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite artist.
How we know each other that long? That's my favorite artist.
That's my favorite artist, bro.
That's Kanye West. That's a crazy answer.
Yeah, bro. And
I would have never expected you to say Kanye West, bro. That's crazy. I had two CDs on my CD player.
Yeah.
I had The Graduation and I had 50 Cent.
Timeless. What's
Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yep. Timeless. That nigga makes timeless music, bro. And I could probably say that's probably the first artist that ever made me cry listening to a song.
So was music like an escape for you growing up?
It definitely was. It was like the music. You ever listen to a song, you feel goosebumps or like that?
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's his music for me.
Real
bro.
Euphoric, like it's that moment where it's like it feel good, but you know some bad shit going on, or it's like a tough situation.
It's very relatable.
Yeah,
very relatable, man.
For sure. So it got you through it. Because I remember, man, we had moved from the inner city and we had went to stay like in the suburbs for like a few months. And man, I had got my first CD player, and like I didn't fit in at all. It was a bunch of like white kids out there, so I didn't. Man, I used to put my CD player on. And
yeah, one of the Walker joints you put skinny ass pants and fat ass CD player.
The box, the bus jump, the CD skip, and then it was crazy. Shortly after that, MP3 players came out, so I was behind the power curve with that
for sure.
So when did you start making when you wanted to take it serious? When did you start making music? When you was like, all right, I'm gonna really take it serious? Because I know ever since I met you, you always been into like rapping and making music.
I started taking it serious probably when we got to Bremerton, bro. Like, so when I joined the military and I had the funds to do so, and I was around the right people like KJ Lorenzo, I was around him a lot. He actually took me to my first like ever real recording studio
for sure
that I walked into, other than my Uncle Ant's, but that was like a house studio. But I went to somewhere where we had to actually pay. So that's professional.
It's crazy, man. The first time I seen you working in the actual studio, man, when T-Roy was recording that song, and you was in there coaching them through certain things. Hey, you should do this. I'm like, man, they really know what they doing. At Big's old studio. Yeah, Biggs, for sure. Yeah. Shout out to Biggs.
Shout out to my bro.
Yeah, but I was like, man, that boy really got a talent for it.
Yeah,
and people never know unless you get in there how hard it is to put together a good song, bro.
Yeah,
it's very hard to orchestrate a good song. That's why I always applaud you for the work you do, bro. You real humble, but you got some talent, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. Yeah,
for sure. What's to come for you, man?
Say it one more time, man.
What's to come for you? Like, what's next?
No diddy, nigga. What you mean, no? What? No, edit that. What you say? What you say? What?
I said, what's next, man? What you got coming out new, man?
Oh, man, it's a lot of projects coming out, man. I'm working with my boy Hef on some right now. Other than that, man, it's a lot of projects I can't really even talk about it because it's not that I don't want to talk about it, but it's so much like it's recording wise, just making music videos, stuff like that.
So what makes your style different than other artists?
Style different. I don't rap about the same stuff they talk about. I mean, it's cool. All that drill stuff is cool, but I don't like that image. I don't want that attached to me because it's not who I am.
For sure. It's easy to rap about though.
I go around talking about money, bitches, and clothes and cars all day, but it has no substance. You get a nice ass beat, you can talk about anything, but I'd rather talk about something that somebody relates to, and somebody could be like, hey, I don't even listen to this song just because of the song. I listen to it because it puts me into a mode where I can really just figure out myself and think about stuff, you know?
For sure.
Yeah.
If you can, man, give me your like Mount Rushmore of artists, bro.
Mount Rushmore.
You got to, bro.
It's gonna be very controversial because a lot of people sit up here and be like, "Oh, Tupac, Biggie, da 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 da." Like,
go ahead, bro. I asked for yours, bro. All Just go ahead.
I'm gonna say,
give me your Mount Rushmore artist.
I'm gonna say Kanye West first.
Okay, Kanye West.
Tizo Touchdown.
Tizo Touchdown.
He's a very creative guy, bro, and he inspires me. Even though he's so new to the game, he's inspired me.
Okay.
Sauce Walker.
Really?
For sure. Sauce Walker.
And that's just based on influence. Like, who influential to you? Because
Sauce
Walker hard, though, bro.
Yeah, he
Sauce
is,
Walker's
bro.
a hard artist, bro. People don't know he really slept on.
He is.
He be walking.
It's surprised why he's not even...
Bro, it's because, you got to understand, man. They have certain people in the industry who have certain images, certain people that succumb to these rules. Sauce Walker not one of them people.
Right.
He just been him.
Right.
Artists that, if you look at all the rebellious artists, like... They stay where they are, but they stay in their lane. They making their money in their lane for sure. So, but I applaud Sauce Walker. Tizo Touchdown, cool. He's an
acquired taste, bro. I bet so many people like, I met somebody that said I like his music, but I don't like him because of his image. I don't like the nails in the hair. I'm like, bro, see, that's the main.
Yeah, he
problem.
Crazy though. He look crazy. I mean, a lot of people,
swag, so.
but a lot of people, man, when they see that different look, they always associate it with the devil. They always associate it with satanic stuff. That's why people are like, I don't even want to give the music a chance. Right. So you do your image is a lot, bro. That's the only thing people see before your music. They look at you as an artist, how you present yourself. And bro, that's why I didn't really get into it. I was like, all right. But sometimes you can look at a person and know what type of music to expect. I just knew that wasn't my type of music, bro. I got to the first track because everybody kept talking about Tizo Touchdown. I'm like, all right. I always heard of his name, but I turned to the first song. You ever seen that meme where Buddy was taking them headphones off?
Oh, where he was like,
Hey, bro, I couldn't really get with it, but I was like, I applaud different music because, bro, I listen to all types of music, so I can appreciate music. Sometimes you got to sit down and really listen and try to see what the artist was trying to say, because a lot of times if you just like the first 2 seconds with like real lyrical songs or different songs that's not on trap beats, you got to re-listen to them.
Facts. Oh, look, I got one more. It's 4 of them, right? It's 4 on Mount Rushmore. How many hills on Mount Rushmore?
3.
It's 4.
It's 4?
It's not 3, bro.
It's 3?
I think it's 4. It's 4 heads.
Is it?
Abraham Lincoln.
Hey,
that's the only one I know.
Don't quote me. Look. I don't get into
I think it's 4,
Mount
Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah. Let
me see.
3 don't even sound aesthetically right.
Aesthetically right is crazy. Yeah. It's 4.
4.
You got one more.
Tame Impala, man.
Who is? I don't even know who that is.
It's a band. It's a trippy ass band. Get into it. That's one of the controversials. Cause I'm pretty sure people expect me to
I don't even know who that is.
It's a band, bro. Tame Impala, bro. They feel like I can't even sing, but you gotta get with it, man.
Go, bro.
They some. I can't sing.
How the song go?
I just sung it.
What is it?
Feel like was inside. That shit hard. Don't give a fuck. That shit hard.
Why? Okay, so why you put them in your 4, bro?
Cause that's my Mount Rushmore. All those artists I just named are very influential, and they inspire me with my music. You can listen to every one of my songs and pinpoint, okay, that's where he got that from. I just dropped a song that sounds very highly Kanye West influenced, and I'm making on some stuff right now that sounds Tame Impala like alternative, not even rap, just alternative pop.
Do you feel like you can pop when you like go switch back and forth from sounds though? I'm switching back like
that makes you diverse, bro. Like you can stick with what you know and keep going, and I feel like it may take longer, but if you be diverse, you can reach different audiences and different ears, and then they come over here because they like listening to different stuff. You
feel like if like let's just say like you in like your bag where you doing some Kanye stuff, and that song go crazy. From there you gonna keep doing that.
Nah, I'm gonna keep it diverse. If I pop with that song, people like it. I'm be like, okay, I'll keep making stuff like that. But I'm also over here with
for sure. Yeah, because I know that be pissing fans off. I remember when Dirk first like like went from like rapping to like this melodic sound when he
Yeah.
moved to Atlanta.
Yeah.
A lot of people's like, I can't listen to Dirk no more. But now he one of the top 3 that you name when you talk about industry rappers. I mean, it took him a while for sure, but he created a whole new wave with that sound. Like after Dirk,
go ahead, my bro.
Young Thug.
Yeah.
Young Thug obviously is the pioneer of that different sound, using his voice differently. Them trumpets, like the voice.
Yeah.
We got around, bro. His whole sound changed.
Yeah.
But it worked for him. It worked for him, and he always talk about it. What was you about to say?
When you was talking about how people kind of switched up on him and stuff, I feel like the reason why that happens a lot to artists is when they start doing different stuff is because people like to be attached to people. You know what I'm saying?
I feel
if they fuck with you when you was making this sound, of course they want to keep hearing that, but they're not. When you grow and start reaching different bags, they're not going to be very much susceptible to that because it's like, well, I knew you for this. You know what I'm saying? Like if you personally know me, so of course you might fuck with everything I do because you personally know me.
Right.
But if we didn't know each other and you
for
knew
sure.
me from this song,
and
I start making rock and roll, you gonna be like, what the fuck this nigga on? Like that's
for
how
sure.
it is.
That's because when you go in, like, man, I talk about this all the time. Roddy Ricch, bro. When that fall off it has to be studied.
I don't think it was a fall off. I just think
because I bumped that album, bro, through and through. Every song was a hit. That next one dropped, I was like, here we go, rubbing your hands. I turned it on. I said, all right, let me warm up a little bit. Yeah. Second, third, fourth, I was like, oh man,
he ain't doing it no more.
I tried, bro. I tried, man. I didn't understand what that was, man. I think he had a ghostwriter and Buddy. He didn't want to pay Buddy. He didn't want to. Oh, you don't want to?
All right. Crumble the paper up this song, bitch.
Yeah, we can't do that no more. We can't really be partners no more. All his homies like, man, y'all used to make great music together. Y'all need to get. I heard he got another album coming out too.
I'll listen to it
for sure.
I mean,
it's gonna be hard.
Money's a thing too, bro. He might. I'm not speaking on nobody's. I'm not speaking on nobody artistry or nothing like that. But money probably could do that too. If I get $1 billion with a song, I might get fucking comfortable and just be like, you know, I don't really. Hey,
yeah.
I'll start saying random shit.
Hey, but that's what I was telling people. I think he peaked too fast. He didn't expect the money to come that fast. He didn't expect the fame to come.
Right.
He probably got everything he wrote down for his next 20 years off that one album and was like, God, I never thought you would be able to move mountains like this.
That fast.
So that's like you were saying, that could be another thing too.
Yeah.
Which brings me to like my next question, man. How has God been challenging you lately? How you been getting through it, man?
Lately, God has given me his toughest battles. I'm gonna pick this one right here. So the battle I'm facing right now is just communication with the ones that are closest to me, like my family and friends. I feel like my communication is very strange now, just because I'm going through stuff personally and mentally, and it's like, for instance, my mom. I'm supposed to talk to my mom way more often than I do.
Right.
So I think about it every day when I'll be driving the car. I'm like, damn, I need to call my mama. And never do. And it's just like, it's a lot of stuff that's going on behind the scenes that I'm not really gonna speak about. But it's just like, I feel like that's
communicating more.
Yeah, and I feel like if I start communicating more, a lot of more doors will open up for me. So that's the challenge I'm going through.
Yeah,
stuff like that, man. It's a whole book to open.
And bro, like, back to that communication thing, man. Before my father passed away, he used to tell me all the time, like, why you don't call? Just call. But when I got into the Navy, bro, like, we was always gone, so I barely communicated with my family. But one thing that I regretted when he passed away is not calling him enough. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely got to take charge of them moments. Like, in those moments where you in the car and you like, man, I should call my mom. I always do. Because I'm like, all right, while you thinking about it, just go ahead and call her, get it out, not get it out the way, but like check on and see how she doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So what's something that you had to change about yourself in order to get to a new level? Like, if you was somewhere for a while in life and you was stagnant and you was like, all right, man, I know I got to change X, Y, and Z if I'm trying to get here.
Getting too comfortable, staying in the house.
Right. That's big.
Keeping a routine. A lot of people say routines are good. Break your routine and you keep doing different stuff, because you like, think about it. Routines are good in certain aspects, like working out or keeping a healthy diet or going to sleep on time. But if you think about it like this, you keep doing that shit constantly, and you were in a routine of doing it every day, and it's the same thing every day, you're going to get stagnant. So I would advise you to break that and go outside for a little bit. Go do something you've never done before.
So have a routine, but also break it from time to time.
Live life.
To shock you. You gotta sometimes you got to redirect your dopamine too, because what it is every day you're consistent. Like, all right, I know around 2 or 3 o'clock, my body's gonna be telling me go to the gym because it's waiting for that dopamine. You know what I'm saying? And some days your routine probably isn't healthy either. Like, let's just say your routine is coming home after work, taking a nap, getting up, eating, watching TV, shower, going to bed every day, and that's how you get your dopamine hit.
Yeah.
But it's not getting you anywhere. So like you were saying, you're gonna have to break that routine, put healthier habits in there, and then keep that routine. So that's super important.
Right.
Instead of like just waking up and like, all right, I know today I gotta do X, Y, and Z, instead of hitting up your homeboy like, what we on?
Tight.
Now you going on his plans. You ain't even on your own plans for the day. So that was super important. Just
you get introduced to stuff new every time you do that too.
Yeah,
I guarantee
and you saying walking out the house, man, that's super important. Networking is super important.
Networking. I was gonna talk about that when the little message, John, you was gonna tell me about the message, but we'll get back on that.
For sure. No, yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's super important. Also, the environment the people you surround yourself in. Have you seen like a correlation between the people you surround yourself in and the actual success that you have in your life?
Yeah, so God has blessed me to he's surrounding me by people that are very like-minded when it comes to the stuff I want to do. For instance, Ollie Ball with this podcast is something creativity. Whether he know it or not, it's creative because you're creating spaces, you're creating moments, right? And my homeboys every homeboy I have makes music. Right, I can't even count on my hands how many homeboys I have that make music. So, and I'm always hanging out with them. So it's like,
for sure, putting yourself around people that want to get where you want to get. Because like, you can't be the best baseball player if you hanging out with the football team. Hanging out with
basketball niggas, you want to play baseball. You can't do that, bro.
It's just logical, man. Right. So where do you see your music getting to in the next 5 to 10 years, if you could say?
5 to 10 years, I see myself being on a whole different level just because of all I do. You know, I don't just make music. I make beats, I produce, I help other artists find their sound. I create flyers for other artists, like cover art and stuff like that. So I always find myself in positions where I'm either helping out an artist or we're benefiting each other by helping each other out when it comes to music. So I feel like if I keep doing that, I'll be in a whole nother room by next year. I'm not even going to say 5 to 10 years, but 5 to 10 years, if I keep doing what I want to do and keep striving for it, I'll be somewhere where y'all be like, damn, he was just on all the podcasts. Now he on fucking TV.
For sure.
Type shit.
So for like, when it comes to the success of the music, for you to look back and say, man, that was a successful run, successful career, what will it have to look like for you?
To say that it was a successful career?
For it to just pay you passively, for you to be rich off of it?
Not even paid, not even financially, but to say that there's a fucking region of people that be like, hey, I know who Kaiser is, I know who Kaiser is, so that's KT. I'll listen to that song before I could wake up and see a whole bunch of streams on my shit and be like, yeah, I did that. I don't even
just making impactful music, right? Touching the people around you,
and of course the money too.
For sure, yeah. I mean,
I didn't want to sound like that type of guy.
I mean, hey, man, if that's what it is, some people, I mean. You shouldn't only chase financial gain, but obviously you love it. You got a passion for it. Facts. And you could tell by the way that you work that you got a passion for it, man. Yep. Have you ever had survivor's guilt? Like making it out of your hometown and leaving behind a lot of people? Have you ever had that guilt of like
that ties into that communication? I came out here to Virginia and I left my family at the crib. And I regret that because it's like I'm not at the spot where I could just move them wherever the fuck I want to be at, obviously. But it's like at the same time, it's like I always think back like, damn, should I move back to Dallas to be around my family? But when I think about that, I also think about how I could be held down and stuck in Dallas. And that's the only reason why I stayed in Virginia in the first place. I don't want to move back to Texas until I'm on. Yeah. And I always say that. I say that every time I'm out. I don't want to move back to Texas and just be around the same stuff the same stuff I was around before I even left. Because I feel like that's what I was down. I wasn't down bad, but I was doing some horrendous shit back home before I even left to the Navy.
It's crazy, man. Mike Epps was talking about how he had survivor's guilt. He was talking about a lot of the newer movies that he was in. He was on drugs, man. It's because a lot of his closest homies, man, like when he was up and everything like that, when he was good and in his good health, a lot of them would like not talk to him or they feel like they were just being jealous of him. But when he was drugged up and not in his right mind, they was like, come on, you can get better, man. Like, we gonna see it through. And he was just saying, man, he wanted to make himself feel low just so he could be accepted by his peers.
Feel low.
And he just felt like because he made it and he couldn't take everybody with him, that he shouldn't have made it at all. A lot of people go through that, man. But that's why I'm grateful to have the support system I have as well, man.
Yeah.
Because my family wholeheartedly support each other. So I really never had that guilt of making it. It's like a standard was already set, like, you know what I'm saying? So that was dope, man.
Facts. That's crazy.
And it's crazy. I'll be talking to a lot of people, bro, and they always telling me like, yeah, well, I don't talk to my mom. I don't talk to my dad. I haven't talked to him in years. And I'll be like, dang, that's crazy. Like, me and my family close, bro. We got a group chat and everything. So I'm just grateful for that environment, just having that love for sure. For sure, man.
That's something to definitely appreciate at all times. I wish, like, I'm not going to say I wish, but I pray for the better when it comes to that, because I do want that environment as well. But right now, things are not on them type of terms. And I have regret because I feel I could make it that type, because phones work both ways. I could easily be like, you know what, hey, we need to break this cycle. Everybody need to come together. But everybody's growing at the same time. Yeah. I can't be the only one to make that decision. Mm-hmm. I'm not blaming nobody, but that's just how things are.
Yeah, do you feel like, because they can get like that too, where you like, man, I'm tired of being a bigger person. I'm tired of being the mediator. Yeah. Somebody gonna have to show me they appreciate me and call my phone. But you gotta understand, they looking at you too. Sometimes they can look at you like, man, he got all that stuff, man. He gone. He making music. He in another place. He don't really. Yeah. It's easy to say that, like, instead of taking accountability in the actions in the life that they have. It's easy to be like, oh, bro, what you doing? You out there, you don't talk to us. You don't send us nothing. You don't do nothing for us. You out there living your life.
And that's exactly how they look at it like sometimes. And I'm not just talking about family, but that's everybody that I know that I left. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have this pre-assumption about how the way I'm living. You don't even know that I'm probably down bad and hard on finances, or got a struggle going on. But you look at me like, oh, he was in the military. Or I see him making videos. I see him dropping songs. I only drop music because thank God I can, because I'm surrounded by people that either got a studio equipment or I could go somewhere and record real quick. It ain't shit to make music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it just anger you like, bro, y'all. And that's the thing about social media too. Yeah. And a lot of people lately, they be like, man, you need to show your funny side on your podcast. I don't really see that, man. A lot of people like, bro, when I met you as like this funny person. You know, a lot of people don't really see that unless they get around me. They like, bro, what? Like, I had somebody ask me, bro, I'm out. And I had somebody ask me like, he's like, you taking a shot? I was like, yeah. He's like, you drink? I was like, what? He's like,
because they assume because
man, he was like, you know, man, you positive on the internet, man. I didn't know if you still drink alcohol. I'm like, I'm a human being, first of all, man. Please don't let social media give you this perception of me. And you don't know me.
It will do that.
Because you don't know me, man. And I thought that was pretty crazy. That's happened to me before. Like, and that's why I started to get more relaxed on here too. When I first started, I wanted everything to be super structured. Yeah. But then I was just like, man, just do you. And I'm trying
to bring a bottle out here. Get some weed, man. Let's blow the bitch up. Let's change it up right now.
Look, now, the middle of the show.
Fuck it. Nah, but I hear you, man.
Nah, for sure, man. You're a dope artist, bro. Appreciate you, man. I remember back when you had that, when Sauce Walker reached out to you, man, to put you on that tape. How was that, man? How did that happen?
So, I'm gonna be honest with you. It gets very skeptical when artists hit you up on Instagram, and I was very skeptical. I asked around a lot of people, like, is this real or not? And it was real. Like, I made sure I DM'd him enough. I wasn't so airheaded to where I was like, oh yeah, Sauce Walker, of course, da 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 da. Right. I asked around, and when I figured out like he was actually talking to me, I was really like, damn, I'm inspired in the bitch. Like I got real big headed, low key. Like I was like, one of my rappers.
That's dope, bro. Because but you got to understand how many people actually make music. For him to like find you, put your song on that collab tape was dope. Even though it was on SoundCloud, bro, that's something in your discography that you have that a lot of people can't say that they have. Right. And that was real dope, man. How long was that process? Did you think he wasn't gonna drop it? You think he was gonna take the song at some point?
I thought it was fraud, bro. I thought they was just like, oh yeah, we doing this and we'll put this on the tape and yeah, that's how it goes. But then I seen it and all the views it had on it. It wasn't just on SoundCloud, but it was other platforms. You could find that shit on Spotify and some more shit.
So what song was it?
It was New Pack.
It was New Pack, man.
That whole Sauce Walker shit jumped my views. That's my highest view stream song right now on all platforms is New Pack.
New Pack.
And that junk got over 30,000 plays, views, over like damn near I think 13 to 15,000 looks on YouTube. It's that song blew up just because of that instance.
For sure. Yeah. That was God working. And sometimes God, he'll come in open up little doors like that to let you know like you on the right track, you on the right path, so keep going with it. Is it any point where you wanted to put the music down and like, man, I'm done with that, let me just work a regular job?
Nah, because music is probably the only thing that I know I can hold. That's the only thing that I know at the end of the day. If I go broke, I know I could go outside and sing a song or rap a song real quick.
Get some money and just find a way to get some bread with
off
the
of
music.
That. Yeah, that's my lane for sure. Music and just creative spaces and making art.
That's how you know that's a God-given gift, man. Another thing is, man, you want to reach back and teach? Man, it's a lot of, like, the talent that you know on the Ableton, bro, the Pro Tools, everything that you be doing on the computer, bro, when we be in here working.
Yeah.
Bro, it's probably some teenagers out here that need guidance that, you know what I'm saying? You ever thought about, like, teaching and putting your artistry, like, in classes and everything like that?
I tell my friends every time that I want to make a collective. I want everybody from every path, every creativity space you can even think of, whether it be art, drawing, all that. I want everybody to be together and we all network and we put everybody else on. Just like a fucking group chat. You just teach each other. If you got a question, I'll answer it. Yes.
Collaboration.
So, right. I've thought a lot about teaching and putting people on. If they want to learn, I have the answers. I won't even charge you for it if I know it. That's how I am.
For sure. I'm the same way. And I think, man.
You mind if I eat this?
Bro, go ahead,
all
bro.
Right, I'm sorry. I've been holding on for this for a long time.
Yo, this man made me lose my whole train of thought, man. Because that's definitely something that I want to do as well, man. Reach back. Like, it's a lot of ideas that I sit on, man. Appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir.
It's a lot of ideas that I'm sitting on, bro, that I haven't executed on, waiting for the right time. So that's another thing, too. Have you ever, like, sat on something and you like, man, this ain't the right time to drop it, and you feel like you missed the opportunity, or it was a window where you could have actually, like, made something out of it?
Rollout plans.
Think that's super important instead of people just dropping random?
Yes. If even if you will up and come artist, you think your music is not where it's supposed to be, and you still drop and still have a rollout plan. We're in a time of age where content is key.
For sure.
You got to make a little snippet, even if you don't have.
Yeah, for the people that don't know, what is a rollout plan?
A rollout plan is basically managing your drop. So basically, before you even think about putting your music on platforms, you better have a lined up step-by-step way of dropping that song you're about to drop.
So that's basically the promotion behind it, the
promotion marketing. And making sure your finances straight, making sure your people are all together when you drop this project, making sure that you got everything in order for that drop or for whatever you finna do. Like, rollout plans don't even just sit with music. You could do rollout plans for anything you're about to do.
If you was to get offered a record deal, would you take it? Or would you stay independent?
Oh shit. Depends. It depends on who said I want to sign you. That's it.
Is it the person? Not a dollar amount?
Not a dollar amount. I would take a non-finance deal just because if they're promising whatever they're promising is correct, then I'll take it. Like, if they promise, hey, we'll promote you this, we'll do everything when it comes to paperwork and putting stuff on the platform. All you gotta do is record. Hell yeah, cause I do all that shit by myself right now. Independent artists is cool, but that shit is not for the weak, bro. You'll tire yourself out and burn your mental out doing that shit because it's like, I'm not just recording.
Right. I hear them talk about that all the time. And then, like, too, like, you got to think about it. You get a hit song, bro. What's the first thing an artist want to do? Go on tour. Who gonna pay for that tour? You independent. You gonna be on a damn minivan, going state to state, filling up the gas tank. And that's something I never thought about. I think, like, when Drewski went on tour or whatever, it was just the realization, like, they got their own tour bus. It was like a dude, but it's like, oh, you ain't got no deal? We ain't getting you no Sprinter van across. We ain't putting you on no flight. You got to go get everything like that. So if you
pocket.
It is. So you got to have the money to push it. You feel like that stops a lot of artists from getting to where they need to. There's just the money.
You can make, I feel like, if your music not even touching them shots yet, you shouldn't even worry about no tours right now. And yes, finances can stop a lot of people's dream because they feel like they can't do it. But like I said, we're in a day's age where you could get a pair of wired headphones, your phone, download a free app called BandLab, and make music. This
Lil Tyler made that song.
Exactly.
Lil Tyler blew up off that song
off BandLab. That's all free, bro.
16 years old. He was like, what, 15 when that song dropped?
I don't know how old bro is, but he definitely young as hell, and he got famous off that fucking BandLab.
And then BandLab went crazy after that because everybody was downloading it.
Exactly.
You just got to have the proper people mixing and mastering it. Because you could go in there, record your voice over a beat, send that song, make it sound industry level.
You can do that all on the app.
That's crazy.
Yep. A lot of people that finance and stuff stop a lot of people like, I don't have a studio. Oh, I don't know anybody. You know yourself. Just do it. Just have the initiative to do shit.
I'm not gonna lie. It's not. I mean, you gotta. I have a little setup in my crib, and I don't even make music for. I really bought that setup for y'all, like to come up. You know what I'm saying? Just for us to collaborate, and make music. But the setup was only like $300.
That's it. You already working a job. Shit, you get a job if you don't got one and go and save up. It's not as easy like I'm saying it. I'm pretty sure people have so much struggles where they can't even save up a dollar amount. But
facts, bro.
There's a way. If there's a will, there's a way.
You know what's crazy though, bro? Is I realized that when we did that back to school drive, bro. Mm-hmm. It's like when I went into Walmart to get all the supplies and I saw how cheap everything was. In my mind, I'm like, wow, like why can't anybody afford 25-cent notebooks? But you got to understand, sometimes people don't got $1 to their name. Mm-hmm. Most, you know what I'm saying? Mainly our people, you know? So that was one realization too, is like a lot of people tell people, all right, man, invest in yourself and go out and do this and then the third. But sometimes people ain't got a pot to piss in and window to throw it out of. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, man, do what you can, but don't let nothing stop you from getting to your passion. If every day you just got to come in the crib, write and rap over a beat and just write music, that's still a step in the right direction.
Still a step. As long as you take an initiative, bro. If you don't have shit to your name, you could find a pencil outside and a fucking piece of paper. Write something down. Write something down. Just keep doing that, bro. Because that comes into them steps, bro. Because God's gonna bless you. Like what people don't fail to understand. Like if you say I want to make clothes and I had the dreams to make clothes, but don't have the finances to make these clothes, I could grab a random t-shirt that I got in my closet, right? And grab a Sharpie and draw some, this is some bullshit, but draw some bullshit on it.
And just claim it as art. Mm-hmm.
Just as me doing that, that's opening up the smallest doors. You don't even realize it, but you keep doing that and just be like, hey, I made this shirt, bro. You fuck with it? He gonna be like, hell no, because you just use a Sharpie on it. But the fact that I made it and he know now, he might go around and be like, damn, I know KT just did that shit. Damn, now these people doing it.
It could be anything as small as what you said, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, man, I'm looking for somebody to handwrite some jerseys for my son's basketball team. Tight. They want them handwritten on markers. Oh, my homeboy KT was just doing a nice design. Mm-hmm. There you go. What you say, just a small effort open up big doors.
It happens every time,
That's crazy, bro. I've never thought about that perspective like that. If you just, like you were saying with God, you take a little effort, God gonna push you all the way through. I want to see if you gonna get up and go to the gym today. You didn't know I had a trainer in there waiting on you that you was gonna connect with, that was gonna put you in the right step to where you wanted to go. You was gonna miss that if you didn't obey my word and get up off that couch and go to that gym today.
Right. And that's why networking is a big thing as well.
For sure, man. For sure. God put the people in your life who need you to align with where you need to go. Man, that's why I take our relationships and the people in our group chat real serious, because I genuinely feel like in the next 10 years, we all will be what we said we will be, and we can all push each other to the next level and continue to climb from it.
Right.
For sure, man. Well, I definitely appreciate you pulling up, my boy.
Yes, sir.
KT, Cairo, Kaiser, whatever you want to call him, man.
Yeah, what the fuck you want to call him, man?
For sure, my boy. Before we get out of here, man, leave the people with a message, something that's been on your mind, a quote, something you think they can use to excel their music, personal life, or anything of that nature. So
bro. Literally, bro, before coming here, I was reading something, right, and there was a story about this guy. He was looking for directions, right? So it go like this. The dude asked for directions. The other dude told him, he was like, look as far as you can see and do it twice, right? So he said, look as far as you can see and do it twice and make it right. So it sounds crazy as hell, right? So basically what I took from that whole little story is, Buddy told him, this is my interpretation, to keep going. Do it again, and eventually you'll see the direction you're supposed to take. And that goes back towards the whole the shirt writing thing, where the smallest thing you do will eventually lead to bigger things in life. Mm-hmm. So if you look as far as you can see, then do it again. That's taking them steps. Doing it again, taking them steps. Mm-hmm. You'll eventually take your turn on the right path.
Man, that reminds me of what Nipsey Hussle said, man. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle, the marathon is still going.
Mm.
But he was like, man, he said, man, you closer to where you trying to get to than where you came from. So it don't make no sense to go backwards. When he said, just go as far as you can go, every time you get somewhere, you see further.
Mm-hmm.
Keep going. Boom. Oh, I can see better. Boom. Keep going. Oh, I can see better. Boom. Keep going. You'll eventually get to where you're trying to get to.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to take that first step forward.
Right.
That was hard.
Don't doubt yourself. Don't second think it, bro. Just go do it. Break that routine.
For sure, man. I appreciate you guys for tuning in to another episode of Abundant Behavior.
Hell yeah.
This was the life of Kaiser. For sure. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And stay tuned for the next episode. We only gonna get better.
For sure, man. God, peace, bless, much love.